Hello, welcome to another series. It's Dark Souls 3. Well, perhaps my favorite game. And immediately, I gotta say, this is not gonna be ordinary. Not gonna be fresh from the beginning. There's going to be a small difference. This is a very small difference. You wouldn't even be able to tell. It's not modded. It's still base game, but this is this is a a late character. We're on new game plus 10. And I mean, really, I'm just doing this because it's a lot more casual than starting from scratch. And also, this is, should definitely be using the shield. It's more like, more fun this way, more casual, and it's just easier to talk over, I guess. I'm still the Joker, and in a second after we kill Gundyr, you will be able to confirm that this is indeed new game plus it's new game plus 7 or over. Um, for the duration of at least this cycle, I plan on using exclusively thrusting swords like this one. I will not say the name. I don't want to get in trouble. Why am I doing this? I mean, why play? I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Why play Dark Souls 3 on my off time when I could do it like this? You're screwed, brother. Um, anyway, what's going on? I'm pretty upset, I guess. I was setting up the channel. This should be the third or fourth series going on the channel. The last two series will have finished at the same time, which kind of sucks. But I'm a little mad because the plan was I was going to put up Dark Souls 2 and Sekiro at the same time. Sekiro would have ended early, and Dark Souls 2 would be like midway through, and Dark Souls Remastered would start going up. Instead, come on, brother. Ah, another backstab. Instead, uh, I've made really is all my fault. I made several mistakes, and basically Dark Souls 2 series is not happening. First mistake, I downloaded all the VODs streaming, and I guess in the process of doing that, I it I got confused because I streamed twice in one day due to a disconnect. And as I tried to install that VOD locally instead of exporting it to YouTube, I installed the wrong VOD, which was 4 minutes long, instead of the one that was like 3 hours long, like 3 episodes. Um, so that was annoying, but maybe since there's like almost 40 episodes worth of Dark Souls 2 in here, it's not a big deal. It's a big deal. That one VOD was the entire end game. It was me fighting the final bosses and starting the DLC. So if I had jumped ahead, I would have been skipping both final bosses and like the the like half of the DLC, the first DLC. So it's kind of relevant. So I decided I just can't ship it, you know? I was in the process of uploading all of that, and then I realized that there was like big hole in the timeline, and I was like, well, nothing I can do now. I just gotta, I just gotta trash it all. And what's worse is that as I was uploading all the videos, um, as I uploaded all of those videos, I was deleting the original source on the computer, which it made sense at the time, and really there was little consequence. But when I realized I uploaded all of those and then I deleted the original VOD, I couldn't like I wanted to archive the series for the future. I decided I wasn't going to install like at least 15 hours of video. So I put the second half of the entire series in the cloud, and the first half, it's gone. Whatever, you know. It's a little unfortunate. But I wasn't super happy with it anyway. Like, the audio was really bad, and it's almost if you've watched episode 1 of Sekiro, where uh Lucky is barely audible, and I'm peaking at maximum volume. It was that for like half of the series. So for a co-op series, ideally you want to hear the other voice. No big deal though, you know? I could have fixed most of it, but the most important part was that I lost the VOD. That was maybe the most important VOD of the series. It was also several episodes worth. Ouch. Anyway, what's going on in the game? Well, we're on our way to hello, to Vort. I'm just gonna fight him. I don't care about the shortcut. What's the worst that could happen? Uh, I'm. I don't think I elaborated on why I'm only using thrusting swords. Basically, throughout every new game cycle, I commit to a single weapon type. +0 was daggers. +1 was fists only. Yeah. Um, And then, I don't know, +2 was great axes. There was scythes, great hammers, some other stuff. And then by New Game +7, I used great swords for the first time because I assumed they would be one of the stronger ones, and I needed that if I was going to beat every boss in New Game +7. And now there's just like a few weapons I still haven't beaten the whole game with, including the thrusting sword. Which is pretty good because it applies frost, bite. Not so good on Vort, but I'm not worried about that. Oh no. Okay, scoot on through. Just keep poking him in the rear. Ouch. Finish him, please. Just do it. All right. This moveset I gotta get used to. It moves pretty weird, you know? I've n- I've never used thrusting swords. Okay. Instant sequence break. Might as well go to Dancer. Can't level up. Let's go. Ouch. Hate that. So, Dancer time, I guess. Speaking of dance, I don't have a segue, but I do have a topic. I was watching, well, not really, I accidentally stumbled upon watching Divorce Court. You ever heard of that one? It really got me thinking, you know? What are the legal implications of divorce court? Like, I'm not saying I don't believe that you can like legally get divorced on the show, but for example, if you go on there, before you get on there, do they make you sign a waiver like uh whatever I say on the show could be used against me in actual court, or is it more like whatever you say on the show is for pure entertainment? You don't have to worry about court at all. Because they are like actually troubled. It's basically a reality TV show. That's what I would call it. Cool. Foolish. It's just a weird show. It's a weird thing to think about, I'll admit. But when they get off the show, like 2 weeks will pass, and then before they send the final product of the show, they're like, "Hey, are you guys divorced?" And then the people that went on the show will be like, we're still hanging on, but I hate him." But they're like, I'm in jail. I killed my husband. Beats me. I would imagine that everything's like, if you whatever you say on the show, it's okay. It's just for entertainment. I should level up. Those shows are pretty messed up though, you know? It's not actual court, but I guess what is the but in the statement? It's just it's weird. Like you're really like pouring your heart out or putting on a show about like your family, your wife's gonna leave you, and you're on this show talking about that in front of this audience of strangers, and also in front of a camera that will lead to more strangers. I don't know. It's you can never tell to what degree that stuff is real. That is kind of scary. You know what else I've been watching? A little bit of Shark Tank. That's a show. It's kind of sad. It makes me feel sad. Cause what do you even call that show? It's not really a game show, nor reality. It's there's some gray area. I'm forgetting a word that would fit that genre, but it's like, hey, if you're unfamiliar, Shark Tank, there's 5 rich investors, and they look at product, they're like, I'm gonna invest in it, or they're like actually murdering person on the show, like, you're an absolute buffoon if you think I'm gonna buy your wet napkin because this or that, and it just makes me sad because they're good. There's a lot of good products that just get turned down. With good reason, but it's not any better. I'm still sad about it, you know? Like, hey, I quit my job and I live in a van. I've been working on my laptop on these designs. I just need the money to make it happen. And they're like, well, you don't have any past experience. You don't have any product to show us. You just have designs. But that's an extreme example. It's more like, hey, I've made the best version possible out of this existing product. Then everybody's like, well, that existing product is already a monopoly. It would be too hard to compete in. And so I will not invest because it's a waste of my time. Where did you go? Oh my god. No, no, no. Not Dino-Cyrus. I might. It's one of those bosses that you underestimate. But oh, not good. Eh. Oh my god. That's okay. Wondering if there's another type of thrusting weapon that I could use that would be just as good. Ideally something that I could... I mean, no, not that. That is pretty bad. Maybe, but I guess there's not that many, huh? Or I just don't have that many? This is my 100% file, so That would shock me. Yeah. Shark Tank, it's something. Like, I don't know. Like, it gives you a little insight on how rude and devastating and stuff the investors can be. Especially the most experienced ones. Get away from me. Oh my god. Goodbye. They're ruthless. They will cut you down if you don't have the perfect product, the perfect background. That's sometimes how they paint it. And other times they're like, I am making a tent, like all the other tents, but it has a little duffel bag in it. And then like two people start offering immediately. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. I do like the show though, you know? Not a bad show. Stop doing that move, bro. What? I hate that this boss talks. I hate that too. I hate that this boss talks because you can't. I think it's that you can't heal while it's talking. That or you can't block. It's one of those. Very annoying. Not that I'm using my shield or anything. What are my rings? Uh, probably this is better. Rest good? Probably good. Nope. Should really be sending the elevator back, huh? I don't want to talk about game shows after Shark Tank. I know. I. Don't do it. You do it. I know a lot more about game shows, which is a little sad, but I don't know. I'm an old man. Like, Love, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, alright. Family Feud, it's fine, you know. Gives me a hearty chuckle every now and then. And those all happen to be right after each other at like I don't know 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or whatever. So I always watch it, you know. And I mean, I got a little bone to pick with Wheel of Fortune. It's it's the scoring is busted. I don't even understand the format of the show. It's so confusing. If you've ever watched it, and you know what I'm talking about. Where it's like, all right, start the show, non-traditional Wheel of Fortune. Instead, it's like we're showing the letters, one letter per second, and then you just guess when you think you get it. Instead of the traditional spin the wheel stuff. And then they do something normal and then it changes again. And they're like, okay, fast round. And you... It's... There's like 7 That's unfair. There's like 5 types of games that they do during every show. I'm tempted to look it up. Now is not a good time though. Can't punish that. It's so hard to hit the legs when you have like a poker. That's all it does. Poke. Ouch. That hurts a lot, huh? Yeah. Big sips. He's diving. I don't even know half of your moves. I don't really pay attention enough. I just know the spin. When you run at me. I should probably roll when you're in the air. Very forgiving spin. Alright. Come here, brother. Come on. Come on. We've done it. Now allow me. Wheel of Fortune all around. Right. So they have the I don't I'm looking at the table right now and I'm actually confused. There's the toss up, which refresh my memory. Wikipedia. Yeah, this is the one that I mentioned. Reveal the letters one at a time. Once you win that, they do another, and then they do the normal stuff. Like, oh, letter L. It's 2 L's. Go on. Get money. Um, I really dislike a lot of the game because it's so unbalanced. The same with Family Feud, but I'll get there. With Wheel of Fortune, it could be like, oh, you rolled a 700. What are you gonna guess? Oh, S. Oh, there you go. There's actually like 18 S's. You're rich. You have to roll again though. And then you roll again. It's like, oops, bankrupt. Haha. It's too easy. It's too easy. And I'm only complaining because of Jeopardy. Jeopardy is much better about it. It's not perfect because you get 3 opportunities to double your cash and just start winning by a landslide, or you could bet nothing. Very rude. Don't do it. Hate you. We got you. We don't got you? She got us. You tried to parry? I forgot you could parry. I hate you. You always get me, because I'm membered once I leave Osiris. Alright, should have seen that one coming. That was dangerous. You're really gonna do this. You're really gonna do this. I forgot that thrusting swords can break through shields. I'm out of juice. I didn't rest. Oh my god, I'm dead. Sure. Just, 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 just. Thank God. Alright, get me home. Wow. Okay. So, where was I? Wheel of Fortune. Your final score for each round is just added to a sum, and you can't just like lose it all immediately in the final round and be at zero. But it's still busted, you know? It's not really a game about, oh, are you gonna be too greedy and roll again when you know the answer? It's more like I'm on the brink of getting this, but I have to roll again because I'm not sure if it's between this or that word. You roll again, and you're poor. Pretty messed up. Wonder how good Frostbite is against Champion Gundyr. Now, Family Feud, on the other hand, actually much worse. Like, oh no. Let's go. Oh, okay, be cool. Family Feud is so much worse because you get a total of 5 opportunities to gain points. And how the points work is that how many things you fill out on the board, the more points you get. But if at any point in time you don't get all the answers and then the enemy team does, they steal all your points. Seems pretty unparalleled work coming from each side. They even give you the option, even though nobody's ever taken it in their life, to, in the first buzz, to decide who's going first, or really who's playing at all. You could be like, oh, even though I got the top answer, I choose not to play, so that I can later steal off of their work and do nothing. That's not fair. It does seem balanced, just because not very often you're just flat out winning because of that. But I still don't think that's fair. It's unparalleled work coming from each team just to win by potentially a landslide. Uh-oh. Get me out. Okay. I do want those souls back. If you would excuse me, Mr. Gundyr. Can't believe Gundyr has a grab. Those are really only, well, those are the OG game shows that are still going on now. But there's a lot of new game shows, and honestly, here's a hot take. Maybe you've heard of the game show called Beat Shazam. I think it's I think it's the best game show out there. It's actual skill-based, made a mistake, skill-based game with like a decent scoring system and actual risk of playing poorly for the bottom player. If you never heard of Beats Shazam, basically they play a song and they give you like up to 8 seconds, I think, to figure out what the song is based on a 4 multiple choice answers. You could be like, ouch. It could be really any song. They give you a genre before you guess the song, and then it's 3 players. The person who picks the right answer fastest wins the money. Ooh. Cool. So it's a great idea. It's pretty skill based. And I mean, I like it. I like music. And then I guess after the first ad break, if you're the lowest earning player, you get kicked off. Probably get to keep that money, but you're gone. And then after the next ad break, there's the final round with the top player. There's other elements to it too, such as the fact that it's 2-player teams. That's cool. Adds more personality to it. It makes the game a little more fair. You're not expected to be a Jeopardy god who knows everything and is one brain. Instead, you could be, oh, I know a lot about the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'm a boomer. Here's my son. He only listens to Justin Bieber. Like, oh, what are the odds? The category for this song is Justin Bieber. Alright, I don't know. I'll just kill you. I think it's a great game show, and last of all, it has like an actual good personality as the host. Overall, is respectable. It's respectable, you know? Going to sell up souls. And then I will end the episode. Probably it for game show talk. Good enough. Attunement slots. My god, he got one. Played all this time without one. Okay. Next episode, probably make our way to Dragon Slayer Armor. And then we will start the actual game. Because they force us. And we will go to... I might as well kill the first Rotten Greatwood, but I hate him. Is the worst boss in this game. Maybe. Have passionate thoughts about some future bosses. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's me kind of talking. And also destroying Dark Souls. I'm the Joker, baby. Catch the next episode, if you like. where I will still be the Joker baby and probably talk about other stuff. Probably not game shows. Maybe game shows. Anyway, see ya.